presuming you're pretty happy with the all-around effort again today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of Sunday soccer, and hot, a little bit discombobulated at times, but 7 goals, man. That's a team that I think they'd given up 10 and 15 games coming into today, something like that, right? And had given up just 1 against Carolina and 1 against Stanford and 1 against Cal. And so, obviously, feel pretty good about the combination of both games this weekend as we move forward.
Why do you think your squad was so effective against them, putting 7 up? What was it that you guys did really well on the day offensively?
I think we obviously got a lot of good attacking players, and we wanted to stress them as much as possible, right? Pitt has played, that's the 6th time we've played them, right, in 2.5 seasons, right? And so we weren't quite sure how they were going to play us, but the game opened up a bunch, and they threw some numbers at us that they don't typically throw at us, and therefore spaces opened up, and we talked about putting it behind them. We got to continue to play to our strengths, and we were good in transition, lots of good movement off the ball in that final third, and then some really nice goals. There are obviously always times to keep the ball and play the beautiful game, but when you can, like the last goal, right? Leb won a ball in midfield, Nina helped her, and then ball behind, and we're scoring a goal, right? So can never be too proud to score goals in as few passes as possible. Little annoyed, obviously, that we gave up a goal. Little annoyed that we, at times, didn't win first and second balls in the second half and let them have the ball a little bit. So obviously that's coming from a little bit of a picky place, but also the standard's high, and we didn't want to let them back in the game, and it was annoying when all of a sudden the game was 4-1. So the response from that standpoint to now finish the game 7-1, that's a big time response.
On the goal allowed a set piece, do you think it was a little bit of miscommunication between defender and Addy with regards to who was supposed to go get it?
Yeah, I definitely, I can't answer that for certain because I had a terrible view. There were a lot of bodies in my way. I heard Addy say away, and so my guess, and my assistants were talking about it a little bit, that might have been exactly what it was. Someone maybe thinking Addy was going to come claim it. Maybe it was a second ball, a little bit, obviously, situation. So, that was our weakness, right, against Vatek, and we give up 3 of those. And if it's all about miscommunication, I'll take that, right, and not just kind of turning our brains off, right, letting kids run in behind us, things like that. So got to look at it before I say definitively.
So, Coach, only 14 shots, 7 goals, really clinical. What do you think was the key there to how you guys were able to finish so well?
Yeah, I mean, this is a funny game, as you know, right? There's sometimes you have 30 shots and 1 goal, 30 shots and no goals. The other night we had 21 shots, 4 goals. And I think it honestly was some good finishing, I don't think it was, I can't think of any, moment that was poor goalkeeping on their part, right? Ree was clinical in hers, Dudley's back post finish, Ree at the end there, obviously scramble on Gilly's goal, Huff's hitting off the inside of the post, like just clinical. And it's not because all of a sudden we've worked on finishing. I mean, we have good goal scorers and actually Soleil's too. I mean, that's tucked right in the back post. So all quality finishing, and it's life, man. Some days it just works, and other days it doesn't.
So Cameron's, playing that position in the back line where she doesn't have very much experience. How do you think she's coming along? Because, with all the changes you've made, she's having to play a place where she's not really super experienced at.
Yeah, I think, I'll give her total credit. She was right back in a 4-back for those 70 minutes at Vatek. And then we had to take her off because of a little injury. And then right center back the last 3 games. And so in the run of play, in all those minutes, whatever that adds up to, about 450, 350, no goals against in the run of play. And so I think her defending has been pretty good. She obviously gave away a foul or two today, but that's stuff we can learn from and talk about, and moving her feet and not getting so close to players when they're facing away from goal. But by and large, I think she's been huge for us, because the combination of her, Gilly, and Mimi, all three of those players, right? We gave away a goal today, but it was a set piece goal in the run of play in those, whatever it is, 270 minutes in this three-back. We haven't given away a goal in the run of play, so credit to all of them.
How excited are you for UNC? Obviously, a lot on the line. Senior day, top 16, top 6 in the league for the tournament. Trying to make sure you play some more home games after senior day here.
Yeah, it's a big game. I mean, it's a big game because it's North Carolina and FSU. It's a big game for all the reasons you just said. And it's the kind of game where, as a coach, there's not much you have to say, right? We said a lot this morning in terms of talking about, okay, Sunday game at SMU, draw. Sunday game at Vatech, right? ACC games at Vatech. We know how that ended. What was today going to be about? What are we about, right? Whereas this, coming Friday, if anything, we'll have to calm them down a little bit. But UNC, they've had an amazing season, amazing team, great players. Should be a fun game.